So today we are going to deal with the chapter that is cell injury. So this is the first important topic into the pathophysiology syllabus, that is cell injury. So what exactly cell injury means? Cell injury, that is a variety of stresses a cell encounters due to changes in its internal and external environment. What exactly it means? That is the stresses, that means the other factors like the etiological factors. If it causes damage to the cell, so externally or internally if they are causing damage, so that means that is cell injury. Okay, so the next important point, that is etiology of cell injury. So etiology of cell injury, it includes that is causes of cell injury. So causes of cell injury, that are genetic factors and acquired factors. Okay, but what about the types of the cell injury? That we'll discuss in short, and then we are going to focus on etiology of the cell injury. So cell injury, basically it is divided into two basic types. One is reversible cell injury and second is irreversible cell injury. But the third important most type is adaptation. So that is also included in cell injury. Okay, so what exactly the causes of cell injuries are there? So first is genetic factors and second is acquired causes. Genetic, what exactly genetic means? That means it is genetically developed which causes the cell injury. So genetic factors, it include, or further it has the important points, that is development defect, cytogenetic defect, single gene defect and multifactorial inheritance disorder. Okay, so one by one we are going to discuss on the important points. So first we are going to discuss that is development defect. Okay, so what does the development defect include? So development defect, that means during the process or during the development phase, what all defects occur in the fetal life. So basically it include or there are errors in morphogenesis during the fetal life. Means during the birth of the baby, if there are genes, if there is defect in the genes or if there is defect in the development, so it causes the reason, or it is the main reason that causes the cell injury. So why does this development defect occur? It occurs basically due to certain chemicals, drugs, physical and biological agents. Now, what are the examples of the chemicals, drugs and physical and biological agent that we are going to see further, but you should know what are the reasons which causes the development defect. Yes, and this all defect, it leads or it is known as teratogens. Okay. Now next point is the morphological abnormality or defect of an organ or anatomic region of the body to produce, it is called malformation. If there is abnormality in any particular organ or if it is causing the development defect, so basically that term, it is known as malformation. So this was all about the first point, that is development defect, which is included in the genetic cause. Now the second important, that is cytogenetic defect. Cytogenetic defect, which is also known as karyotypic defect. This may be included or this may be added in the MCQs. What exactly the cytogenetic defect means, or what is the other name for cytogenetic defect? Okay, so cytogenetic defect, it involves chromosomal abnormalities. Now you know that what are the different chromosomes which are present in the body, right? So if there is abnormality in the chromosome, so it is included in the defect, that is cytogenetic defect. Okay. The third important point is single gene defect. Now what exactly the single gene defect means? It involves the mutation of single genes. Now you know the body is made up of different types of the genes which are being there. So if any of the gene, if it is causing the defect, so ultimately it will lead or it will cause the cell injury. So if there is mutation of single gene, so it will cause the single gene defect. Next important point is multifactorial inheritance disorder. So what exactly multifactorial inheritance disorder means? Multifactorial, that means it is the combination of many things. That is, it can be genetic composition or the environmental influence. So how the genetic causes or genetic compositions include? So we have seen the different points, that is the cytogenetic, then single gene defect. So this can be included in genetic composition. But what about the environmental influences? So environmental, it can be externally, that means the various stresses which the cell encounters. We have seen in the definition. So exactly that means the environmental influences. So multifactorial inheritance disorder, that means it is the combination of genetic as well as environmental. So this is the first important cause, that is the genetic causes, which is included in the etiology of cell injury. Now second important that we have, that is acquired causes. Now acquired means which are basically developed and which further causes the cell injury. So in that we have 7 different points or 7 different causes which are being included in the acquired. So first important is hypoxia and ischemia. Second, physical agents. Third, chemical agents and drugs. Fourth, microbial agents. Fifth, immunological agents. Sixth, nutritional dearrangements. And seventh, important, that is psychological factors. Okay, now one by one we are going to discuss the points, that is what all included in the acquired causes. So very important, the first point is, that is hypoxia and ischemia. Now what exactly the hypoxia means? Yes, we have already studied what hypoxia means, that is the less supply of the oxygen. Okay, and if there is less supply of the oxygen, it results in the failure of the cells, right? And if there is failure in the cell, if the cell is not functioning properly, so it may be the energy which is being developed, all the metabolic functions which are being developed, so there will be damage in that. Okay, there will be problem in that. Yes, so what exactly the hypoxia means? That is the less supply of oxygen to the cells. Yes, next important is ischemia. So ischemia, that is reduced supply of blood to the cell. If there is reduction in the blood, so ultimately there will be damage in the organs, and if there is damage in the organs, no metabolic functions will be properly working, and ultimately it will be causing the cell injury. So hypoxia and ischemia are the important points that is being included in the acquired causes. Yes, next important is physical agents. So what exactly the physical agent? Physical, as the name is indicating, that it may cause the physical injury, right? So physical injury or physical agents, it includes mechanical trauma, thermal trauma, electricity, radiations, and rapid changes in atmospheric pressure. What exactly physical agents means? Mechanical trauma. Example दिया है mechanical trauma. So what it is? That is road accidents. You know that if there is road accidents, so ultimately there is loss of the blood. So blood loss is there. So ultimately your organs are being damaged. Organs are damaged. That means it is affected. The cells are being affected. And if the cell is being affected, ultimately it causes the cell injury. Next important is thermal trauma. Thermal, basically it is the example which we can quote, that is heat and cold, right? So it may cause the or it may give the reason, that is the physical agent. Next, electricity, radiations, and rapid changes in atmospheric pressure. That means the environmental changes. If there is environmental changes, if there is disturbance or there is change in the atmospheric pressure, ultimately it will be included into your physical agent. Okay. The third important point which we have, that is the chemicals and drugs. Yes. Now which are the important points that are being included in the chemicals and drugs, and what ultimately they are causing the cell injury? So basic first important point which we have, that is the chemicals like poisons such as cyanides, arsenic, and mercury. So you all know that cyanide, arsenic, and mercury, these are the important poisons which causes the damage or which causes the complete organ damage, and ultimately they are affecting the cells. So these are the important points. You know that organophosphate poisoning is there, then lead poisoning is there. So ultimately this, all the components which are there, ultimately they are affecting the body function, and totally the disturbance in the body is there, and this all reason, it is basically, it is causing the cell injury. Yes. Next important in chemicals and drugs, that is strong acids and alkalis. Then environmental pollutants, insecticides, pesticides. So what all important points are there? That is strong acids and alkali. How we can code this? So you know that different alkalis and acids, if they causes various skin damages, various respiratory diseases are being caused during the strong acids and alkali if we consume that or if we inhale that, right? Yes. Next important is environmental pollutants. Now you know that different pollutants are there in the environment. So as the environment is getting lost, so ultimately the human body, it get damaged, or the organs which are there in the human body, ultimately the cells are being affected. So this is the important reason what we can say, it is causing damage to the different organs. Yes. Next important is insecticides and pesticides. So this is also the important point which have been included into the chemicals and drugs. Oxygen at high concentration or the hypertonic glucose and salts. Yes, very important. The agents like alcohol and narcotic drugs. Narcotic, that is the habit forming drugs. If the drugs are being consumed continuously, so you know that different organs are being damaged. And if the particular organs are being damaged, ultimately tissues, cells are being affected a lot. So this is very important point. The next which you have, that is the microbial agent. As the word is indicating, microbial, that means different types of microorganisms or different types of microbes or bacteria. So injuries which are being caused by microbes or the infections which are being caused, so most commonly that are bacteria, rickettsia, viruses, fungi, protozoa and other parasites. So ultimately this is one of the agent which are being causing. Next important, you have immunological agents. So immunological agents which you have, that is they protect the host against various injurious agent. Okay, and it may cause cell injury. So very common example you have, that is hypersensitivity reactions. If you are allergic to any kind of dust, if you are allergic to any kind of products which you are been using, so it may cause the hypersensitivity reaction. Also it may cause different type of autoimmune diseases or anaphylactic reactions. Okay, so this is the fifth most important points in the causes. Next you have, that is the nutritional dearrangements. Now nutritional dearrangement, what exactly this means? See, if we consume the nutrition in proper amount, it is very good. But if we consume it less, so it may cause the disease, or if we consume it more, also it may cause the disease. So how it is possible? So if we consume it less, that means we are in starvation or the glucose level is decreased, so ultimately it will cause the disease. And if we are consuming it at a higher rate, that means if we are consuming a lot of food, so ultimately it can cause the obesity. So if there is deficiency of proteins, you know that different diseases are that is Kwashiorkor, marasmus. If there is deficiency of the nutrients, it can cause starvation. The last important point which we have, that is the psychological factors. So psychologically we can relate it to mental diseases like stress, strain, anxiety, then frustration. This may lead to various kinds of diseases like depression, schizophrenia. So ultimately if our psychology is affected, if the mental diseases are being there, so ultimately this can cause the various disorders like depression and schizophrenia. So overall we have seen the etiology